Our planet is changing. Temperatures are rising and weather patterns are shifting. This is climate change, and it is happening because of human activities. We are burning too much fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. This releases harmful gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and warming the Earth. These changes are affecting every corner of our planet, but nowhere is immune to its effects. However, one region is experiencing these changes faster and more dramatically than anywhere else: the Arctic. This icy wilderness, once a symbol of pristine beauty and resilience, is now the epicenter of the climate crisis. The Arctic is warming at twice the rate of the rest of the world. This warming is causing the ice caps and glaciers to melt at an alarming rate, leading to rising sea levels and threatening coastal communities worldwide. The Arctic is a land of extremes. It is home to towering glaciers, vast frozen oceans, and a unique array of wildlife adapted to survive in this harsh environment. The Arctic plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate. The reflective nature of ice and snow helps to cool the planet by reflecting sunlight back into space. However, as the Arctic warms and the ice melts, the Earth absorbs more heat, further accelerating the warming process. The Arctic is home to indigenous peoples who have lived in harmony with nature for centuries. Their traditional way of life, intrinsically linked to the health of the Arctic ecosystem, is now under threat. The melting ice and thawing permafrost are disrupting hunting and fishing practices, impacting their livelihoods and cultural heritage. The year 2024 has been a stark reminder of the urgency of the climate crisis. The World Meteorological Organization has confirmed that 2024 is on track to be the hottest year on record, surpassing previous temperature records. This warming trend is not a coincidence. It is a clear indication of the long-term impact of human activities on our planet's climate system. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international body for the assessment of climate change, has issued stark warnings about the consequences of inaction. Failure to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels could lead to catastrophic and irreversible changes to our planet's climate system. The Earth's climate is a complex and interconnected system. Changes in one part of the system can have ripple effects across the globe. The rapid warming of the Arctic is disrupting these delicate balances, with far-reaching consequences for weather patterns, ocean currents, and ecosystems worldwide. The melting of the Greenland ice sheet, one of the largest ice sheets in the world, is a major contributor to rising sea levels. As the ice sheet melts at an accelerating rate, it threatens to displace millions of people living in coastal communities around the world. Section 5. The Arctic's iconic wildlife facing extinction. The Arctic is home to a stunning array of wildlife, uniquely adapted to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Polar bears, walruses, seals, and penguins are all intrinsically linked to the sea ice that defines their icy realm. However, as the ice melts beneath their paws and flippers, their very survival is in jeopardy. These iconic creatures are facing an unprecedented crisis. Their hunting grounds are disappearing, their breeding seasons are disrupted, and their populations are declining at alarming rates. Section 6. The polar bear, a symbol of a warming world. The polar bear, a majestic predator perfectly adapted to the Arctic's icy grip, has become a poignant symbol of the climate crisis. Its dependence on sea ice for hunting seals, its primary food source, makes it particularly vulnerable to the impacts of a warming Arctic. As the ice-free periods lengthen, polar bears are forced to spend more time on land, where they are less efficient hunters and must rely on their fat reserves to survive. This has led to a decline in body condition, lower reproductive rates, and increased cub mortality, pushing some populations towards the brink of extinction. Section 7. A world interconnected. The Arctic may seem like a distant and isolated region, but its fate is deeply intertwined with our own. The changes happening in the Arctic are already having a profound impact on the rest of the world, from rising sea levels to more extreme weather events. The melting of Arctic permafrost, a vast frozen storehouse of carbon, is releasing methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, further accelerating climate change. This vicious cycle of warming and melting is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet's systems. Section 8. A call to action, our future, our responsibility. The challenges facing the Arctic and our planet are daunting, but we cannot afford to despair. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the responsibility to act. The future of the Arctic, and indeed the future of our planet, depends on our collective action. We must transition away from fossil fuels and embrace renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal. We must invest in sustainable practices, reduce our carbon footprint, and hold our leaders accountable for enacting bold climate policies. Section 9. A race we can win. The fight against climate change is a race against time, but it is a race we can win. By working together across borders and generations, we can create a more sustainable future for all. It is time to act with urgency and determination to protect our planet and preserve its wonders for generations to come. The Arctic, with its breathtaking beauty and fragile ecosystems, serves as a powerful reminder of what is at stake. Let us heed its warning and rise to the challenge. Let us be the generation that turned the tide on climate change and secured a brighter future for all.